everybody, my name is Sean, welcome back to another video. Today in this one is going to be another tier list video, and in this one is going to be my tier list on the meta decks for the July 2025 NAWCQ format, also post Duelist Advance as well. So this is going to actually work a little bit different compared to how I usually do my tier list. Usually I have like tier 1s, tier 1.5, tier 2s and stuff like that in the tier categories, but it's going to work a little bit different today. This one is going to be how I think the top cut's going to look like for the NAWCQ. So your favorites to win the things, your multiple and top cuts, bubble/1 top in the top cuts. I think it's going to be like top 64, so do keep that in mind as well. Side event and then X3 speed run as well. Today we have a lot of decks to talk about, so let's get straight right into it by going with the favorites to win the entire thing. And I think there's exactly two decks that's on everybody's mind, and that is, if I can find it, where is it? There's so many decks here. Okay, where is it? I can't find it. Where the hell is it? I'm gonna have to scroll through my mouse. So I'm sorry, I can't find it. Where the hell is Malice? Is Malice just not here? There's no way. There it is. White Binder. Cool. Malice. It's probably going to be up there. And if I can find the other one, because there's a shit ton of decks here. There it is. Yep. Fiendsmith. Or not Fiendsmith. Sorry. Mitsurugi Rizal. I think these are your two favorites. Malice, obviously, being able to, just... It's been a good deck ever since it, it came out. But now with the new support with the Attic Nister stuff, plus the March Air, it just makes it really insane. Now the problem with Malice is it's always a favorite to win things, and it never wins the thing. So it's never won a YCS if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it has since the jokes have been made around, but it's kind of one of those things that's kind of been its detriment. Like, it's like one of the favorites, gets a lot of top cut stuff, but it doesn't win the entire thing, kind of thing. So, but I still think it's probably one of your favorites to win, especially since, again, a lot of people are going to be try-harding this event because, it is an invite to Worlds if you do end up winning the thing. Yeah, I think this is probably one of your favorites to win the thing. Same thing with Mitsurugi Rizal as well. This has been, shown to be one of the better decks in the format. And again, the Rizal stuff is good at breaking fields. Same thing with the Mitsurugi stuff. They're all basically just one card combos in this thing. Does have like a problem with Droll somewhat. If you're playing the correct things, you could play around Droll. But, I think these are your two favorites to win the entire thing. I think there's going to be the things that dominate the top cut is Mitsurugi Rizal plus Malice as well. So I think these are your favorites. Now going into multiple in top cut. So I think... is the rest of the variants of Mitsurugi. So I think like Pure Mitsurugi, Mitsurugi Fiendsmith. Is there any other Mitsurugi in here? I don't want to put that one there. We'll talk about that in just one second. I think that's pretty much it, and I think there isn't any other version of Malice on here. So yeah, I think these would probably get multiple top cuts of Pure Mitsu and Mitsurugi Fiendsmith, just more variants of Mitsu that isn't the Rizal variant of it. I think, Mitsu is super powerful. I think these will probably get hit somehow on the next ban list as well, but that's something we'll talk about in another video. But yeah, I think they will have multiple in top cuts. Other decks are going to be the newer decks that just came out of Duelist Advance. That is Lunalight and Vanquish Soul. There he is. I think we'll have multiples in top cut as well. These are the newer decks. Usually the newer decks will get more representation in its first tournament, and the NAWCQ is their first tournament being legal as well. Lunalight, Liger Dancer is just an asshole. It really is. If you can't out that card, you do just lose the game. So you have to have an out to that card. So I think there will be multiple in top cut, because in the early rounds, it'll probably just get you through the early rounds pretty easily by just setting up the unaffected dude. Vanquish Soul is also, a lot of people, the new support Holy Sue is absolutely insane. People might be prepared, already on this deck for once K9 comes out as well, but I think this is still powerful enough where it's still going to get multiple in top cut as well. Anything else I want to put in multiple top cuts? I'm just going to quick glance. I'm sorry. Maybe, yeah, remember, this is top 64, so there might be a lot of decks in multiple in top cut, but remember, it is a top 64 kind of event, so do remember that. Looking at the thing, Orcus, sorry, the Orcus will probably be in here as well, probably like Orcu Mitsu, Orcus Fiendsmith. I don't know about Pure and Ubell Star. We'll keep those down there for now, but I think these variants of Orcus will probably be in multiple top cuts as well. Anything else I want to put in here? The Rizal variants, maybe like Fiendsmith Rizal and Pure Rizal will probably be in here as well. Do I want to put the Heraldic Rizal in here as well? No, I'll save that for later. And I don't think what's it called? The new the Utopia stuff, the Gaga Go-Go's and all that stuff. I don't think there's a Rizal thing in here for that. So I guess I'll include that with Rizal as well. I guess you would only play it in Pure anyway. So yeah, multiple and top cuts for that as well. Anything else I want to put in here? No, I don't think so. I think this is pretty much it when it comes to multiple in top cut for me. I'm just taking one quick glance just in case I'm missing something. I don't think I am. Oh, Memento. Yeah, Memento should probably be in here. I would say Memento Fiendsmith will probably be multiple in top cut as well. So I think that's going to be your multiple in top cut. Mitsurugi Fiendsmith, Lunalight, Vanquish Soul, your Orcus stuff, Orcus Mitsurugi, and Fiendsmith, your other Rizal variants as well, Rizal Fiendsmith and Pure Rizal, and then Memento as well. Now on to Bubble / one top in the top cut. I think Crystron deserves to be in here. I think this is a really solid deck. I don't know if it's going to be multiple in top cut, but I believe top, Bubble. You know what? I'll put the Meti one in here, but the Castera ones I'll put in Bubble. I think that's probably fine enough. Remember, multiple top cuts. Remember, it's a top 64 kind of top cut. It should be, at least, if I'm not mistaken. So I still think this is probably fine in multiple top cuts. Other ones, I think maybe you'll see like a Crystron top, maybe like Crystron Fiendsmith or Pier. Who knows? I don't know. I think Fiendsmith has more of a shot at getting the Bubble or top one. Probably Regenesis. I would say... I don't know which version. I would include both of these versions as tops, like Bestial or Castera Regenesis as one of the bubbles. Maybe Pure... no, I wouldn't say Pure Memento, actually. I would save that for later. I think Labyrinth always somehow gets a top in these things because Labyrinth has never been hit. It's just a good trap deck. So I'll probably put that in the bubble or top one as well. Anything else I want to put in here? I think the Fiendsmith, Castria, Bestial. I think this is kind of the same idea with Regenesis, though, as well. Anything else I want to put in here? Oh, White Forest. Maybe White Forest you can argue for top cut, multiple in top cut. Honestly, I don't know. Actually, no. I'm actually going to put this in multiple in top cut as well. I think this has the potential of getting like 2 or 3 in top cut. Same thing with like Crystron as well. So again, this is a wider format. I think this format's a little bit more diverse compared to when it was in the past formats because, more people are going to be on the Orcus, Vanquish Soul, Lunalights, and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be how it works there. I think your Heraldic Rizal probably be one or, bubble or top one. Anything else? Maybe Punk. I think Punk has a chance to either bubble or get one top in the event. Same thing with Blue Eyes, I think is also there as well. Anything else I want to put? Oh, yeah, this as well. The Mitsurugi Ogodic stuff, I think is also there as a bubble or top one as well. Anything else? Oh, Tempai, I think also deserves that spot as well. Anything else I want to put in here? Looking at everything else, doesn't really look like it. Yeah, I'm going to call that there, I think. Yeah. Oh, I guess Mermel will somehow... I'll put it in bubble or top one. Because somehow, for some reason, Mermel always somehow gets a top in these events as well. So I'm going to put that in top one as well. I think that's really it when it comes to bubble or top ones. I think this is your pretty much lineup there. Now on to the side events. I would say 4 side events. I think fucking this dumbass shit. The fucking Vanities, new Morganite stuff. I think this is your side event. Kind of just troll people in the side events. I think there will probably be some people that are going to be on in the main event as well. But I don't think it's going to necessarily do good in the main event. But in the side events, I think people will just run it in the side events just to troll. I think the Pure Memento and Memento Goblin. I think the Fiendsmith just is a better version of the deck. So I want to put this in side events. Branded also I think will gladly be inside events as well. Same thing with Centurion. Chimera Fiendsmith also belongs there as well. The Pure Gem Knight stuff will probably be there. Fire King will be in side events as well. Your other versions of Orcust, I think, belongs here, so Pier and Ubell Star. I just think the Mitsu and the Fiendsmith are a little bit better. Maybe Ubell, you know what, I'm going to put the Ubell Star one in bubble or top 1. I think that's probably fine enough as well, but I think Pier is just a lot worse, and I think side events. Rizal Primite, I don't know why this is in here, but this is a side event deck if I've ever seen it. Voiceless Voice is a side event deck as well. Ubell, I think, is also there. Maybe Dippity, this is pretty much the same idea as the Regenesis stuff as well, but you're playing with the Primite stuff. The Snake Eyes, I think, is also going to be there as well. Maybe your Odeon Fiendsmith will be there as well. This version of Rizal, I think this is Rizal playing this. I don't think that really makes sense, though, in my opinion. As well, your dumbass Vanity stuff as well deserves to be there. Anything else? Dragon Roller, and no, I wouldn't put Dragon Maid in there. Yeah, I think that's it. Now, maybe Art Majia, just because it's a little bit of a newer deck, but I don't think it's necessarily the greatest, but I think this will probably be a side event deck as well. I think that is it. Maybe Unchained Fiendsmith as well, just because it has the new TCG exclusive archetype you can kind of fuck around with as well. And Tier, because for some reason people are always playing Tier as well. But I think that is it for your side events, and now on to your X3 speedruns. I think Aggro Stars are terrible. Cyber Dragon Fiendsmith, I know this has that one top, but I don't think that's really it. Dinomorphia, your Dragon Mage, your Fabled Fiendsmith, the Durac stuff is cool. I just don't think it's there. Oh, wait! The fuck? I'm sorry, I did not see this. The Evil Twin Fiendsmith, I'm going to put in bubble or top 1. I'm sorry, I did not see that. I'm a fucking idiot. I apologize about that. Melodious, I think is also X3. Same thing with Monarch. Necroz, Mitsurugi. Yeah, same thing. The new Psychic stuff is cool, but I think that just, I don't think it's necessarily the greatest. Pearly, Sky Striker, Sprite. Yep, I think Sprite also deserves to be in here. Super Quant, and then maybe the pure heavy trap version of it, I think is on the topper version, like slowly going to side events, but I think it's still an X3 speed run. So that is my tier list. I didn't really explain things, so I'll try to explain things now. I apologize about that. So, your favorites is Malice. Oh my god, there's landscapers outside. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Malice and Mitsurugi Fiendsmith. I think these are your favorites for sure to win the event, just because they're proven to be the best 2 decks. And yes, there's a little bit more additions to the format with Duelist Alliance, but I still think these are your 2 best decks in the format. Multiple in Top Cut. I think Mitsurugi Pier, Mitsurugi Fiendsmith, I think that's pretty cool as well. I think the Rizal version is better, but I think the Mitsurugis, these are just a little bit worse versions, but they're still pretty good. Little Light and Vanquish Soul, I think will still get, just because they're newer in the format and people want to try it. And also, they're still very solid as well, in my opinion, as well. So, people trying it, and it's a good deck. I think it's the reason why it deserves to be in here as well. The new Orcust stuff is just because people love Orcust, but I think you have to play like an engine-based deck of it, so you have to play either Mitsurugi or Fiendsmith. Both are really good, but are both going to be in multiple top cuts. Your other versions of Rizal are in here as well, because Rizal is still very good, but I think the Mitsurugi is better. But you can still play Fiendsmith, you can still play Pier as well. I'm going to throw the Gaga stuff, the new stuff that duels from Duelist Advance, also is this Pier deck as well. Memento Fiendsmith, I think maybe you can argue maybe not multiple in top cut, but I think enough people are going to be on Memento. White Forest, I think there's a lot of people on White Forest, so I think this deserves to be a multiple top cut, and same thing with Crystron Horus. And then the bubbles in one, Crystron Castria. I think the Metsy stuff is just better, but I think still somehow will get a top. The Gemini Fiendsmith, you can maybe argue maybe side event, but I do think this deck has potential, so I think I want to put it in the top, in the bubble / top 1. Same thing with like the Regenesis stuff and the Tempai, this kind of pile deck that you play Fiendsmith with like 20 different engines and kind of just like control the game. Unless you're on Tempai, then you just OTK. Labyrinth always has an ability just to somehow top this event, so I'm going to put Labyrinth in this. Same thing, Heraldic Rizal is very, very good, but I don't think it's going to be multiple in top cut. I think it's just going to be the 1 or 2. Punk, I think, is also the same idea. Same thing with Primite Blue Eyes, Ogodic, Fiendsmith, Morel, all that stuff. I think this all pretty much deserves to be there. Fiendsmith, Evil Twin as well. All this, I think, deserves to be in bubble / top 1. Or 1 top, sorry. That's what I meant to say. And then side events, usually just, people fucking around inside events, you know, playing the stun deck, which is fucking annoying as fuck. That's legal. The other versions of Memento, branded Centurion, that people just won't give up on. Chimera Fiendsmith, kind of in the same realm of light. Pure Gem Knight, Fire King, Orcus, you know, this version of Ryzel for some reason, Voiceless Voice, the Ubell deck, Dippity, which I think there's just better versions of. This Snake Eyes deck, which it's Snake Eyes, I think people will be on it with the Fire King stuff. Yeah, and I think X3 Speed 1 kind of makes sense, but there's Landscapers outside, so I'm going to kind of just end it there before they make a shit ton of noise. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. God damn, shut the fuck up.